the new God of kindness, the new gods of kindness, the new God of kindness, the new goddess of kindness, the new goddesses of kindness, the new goddess of kindness, the old God of kindness, the old gods of kindness, the old God of kindness, the old goddess of kindness, the old goddesses of kindness, the old goddess of kindness, the greater God of kindness, the greater gods of kindness, the greater God of kindness, the greater goddess of kindness, the greater goddesses of kindness, the greater goddess of kindness, the lesser God of kindness, the lesser gods of kindness, the lesser God of kindness, the lesser goddess of kindness, the lesser goddesses of kindness, the lesser goddess of kindness, the higher God of kindness, the higher gods of kindness, the higher God of kindness, the higher goddess of kindness, the higher goddesses of kindness, the higher goddess of kindness, the lower God of kindness, the lower gods of kindness, the lower God of kindness, the lower goddess of kindness, the lower goddesses of kindness, the lower goddess of kindness, the greater spirit of kindness, the greater spirits of kindness, the greater spirit of kindness, the lesser spirit of kindness, the lesser spirits of kindness, the lesser spirit of kindness, the higher spirit of kindness, the higher spirits of kindness, the higher spirit of kindness, the lower spirit of kindness, the lower spirits of kindness, the lower spirit of kindness, the major God of kindness, the major gods of kindness, the major God of kindness, the major goddess of kindness, the major goddesses of kindness, the major goddess of kindness, the minor God of kindness, the minor gods of kindness, the minor God of kindness, the minor goddess of kindness, the minor goddesses of kindness, the minor goddess of kindness, the superior God of kindness, the superior gods of kindness, the superior God of kindness, the superior goddess of kindness, the superior goddesses of kindness, the superior goddess of kindness, the inferior God of kindness, the inferior gods of kindness, the inferior God of kindness, the inferior goddess of kindness, the inferior goddesses of kindness, the inferior goddess of kindness, the ancestor God of kindness, the ancestor gods of kindness, the ancestor God of kindness, the ancestor goddess of kindness, the ancestor goddesses of kindness, the ancestor goddess of kindness, the ascendant God of kindness, the ascendant gods of kindness, the ascendant God of kindness, the ascendant goddess of kindness, the ascendant goddesses of kindness, the ascendant goddess of kindness, the descendant God of kindness, the descendant gods of kindness, the descendant God of kindness, the descendant goddess of kindness, the descendant goddesses of kindness, the descendant goddess of kindness, the transcendent God of kindness, the transcendent gods of kindness, the transcendent God of kindness, the transcendent goddess of kindness, the transcendent goddesses of kindness, the transcendent goddess of kindness, the past God of kindness, the past gods of kindness, the past God of kindness, the past goddess of kindness, the past goddesses of kindness, the past goddess of kindness, the present God of kindness, the present gods of kindness, the present God of kindness, the present goddess of kindness, the present goddesses of kindness, the present goddess of kindness, the future God of kindness, the future gods of kindness, the future God of kindness, the future goddess of kindness, the future goddesses of kindness, the future goddess of kindness, the authentic God of kindness, the authentic gods of kindness, the authentic God of kindness, the authentic goddess of kindness, the authentic goddesses of kindness, the authentic goddess of kindness, the synthetic God of kindness, the synthetic gods of kindness, the synthetic God of kindness, the synthetic goddess of kindness, the synthetic goddesses of kindness, the synthetic goddess of kindness, the progressive God of kindness, the progressive gods of kindness, the progressive God of kindness, the progressive goddess of kindness, the progressive goddesses of kindness, the progressive goddess of kindness, the regressive God of kindness, the regressive gods of kindness, the regressive god of kindness, the regressive goddess of kindness, the regressive goddesses of kindness, the regressive goddess of kindness, the ordinary god of kindness, the ordinary gods of kindness, the ordinary god of kindness, the ordinary goddess of kindness, the ordinary goddesses of kindness, the ordinary goddess of kindness, the extraordinary god of kindness, the extraordinary gods of kindness, the extraordinary god of kindness, the extraordinary goddess of kindness, the extraordinary goddesses of kindness, the extraordinary goddess of kindness, the static god of kindness, the static gods of kindness, the static god of kindness, the static goddess of kindness, the static goddesses of kindness, the static goddess of kindness, the dynamic god of kindness, the dynamic gods of kindness, the dynamic god of kindness, the dynamic goddess of kindness, the dynamic goddesses of kindness, the dynamic goddess of kindness, the land god of kindness, the land gods of kindness, the land god of kindness, the land goddess of kindness, the land goddesses of kindness, the land goddess of kindness, the sea god of kindness, the sea gods of kindness, the sea god of kindness, the sea goddess of kindness, the sea goddesses of kindness, the sea goddess of kindness, the sky god of kindness, the sky gods of kindness, the sky god of kindness, the sky goddess of kindness, the sky goddesses of kindness, the sky goddess of kindness, the god of kindness, the gods of kindness, the god of kindness, the goddess of kindness, the goddesses of kindness, the goddess of kindness, the half god of kindness, the half gods of kindness, the half god of kindness, the half goddess of kindness, the half goddesses of kindness, the half goddess of kindness, the vessel of kindness, the vessels of kindness, the vessel of kindness, the name of kindness, the names of kindness, the name of kindness, the person of kindness, the persons of kindness, the person of kindness, the persona of kindness, the personas of kindness, the persona of kindness, the personage of kindness, the personages of kindness, the personage of kindness, the personality of kindness, the personalities of kindness, the personality of kindness, the personification of kindness, the personifications of kindness, the personification of kindness, the image of kindness, the images of kindness, the image of kindness, the imagination of kindness, the imaginations of kindness, the imagination of kindness, the belief of kindness, the beliefs of kindness, the belief of kindness, the thought of kindness, the thoughts of kindness, the thought of kindness, the word of kindness, the words of kindness, the word of kindness, the action of kindness, the actions of kindness, the action of kindness, the reaction of kindness, the reactions of kindness, the reaction of kindness, the feeling of kindness, the feelings of kindness, the feeling of kindness, the situation of kindness, the situations of kindness, the situation of kindness, the circumstance of kindness, the circumstances of kindness, the circumstance of kindness, the environment of kindness, the environments of kindness, the environment of kindness, the relationship of kindness, the relationships of kindness, the relationship of kindness, the number of kindness, the numbers of kindness, the number of kindness, the formula of kindness, the formulas of kindness, the formula of kindness, the equation of kindness, the equations of kindness, the equation of kindness, the theory of kindness, the theories of kindness, the theory of kindness, the symbol of kindness, the symbols of kindness, the symbol of kindness, the color of kindness, the colors of kindness, the color of kindness, the thing of kindness, the things of kindness, the thing of kindness, the way of kindness, the ways of kindness, the way of kindness, the place of kindness, the places of kindness, the place of kindness, the time of kindness, the times of kindness, the time of kindness, the event of kindness, the events of kindness, the event of kindness, the result of kindness, the results of kindness, the result of kindness, the crown of kindness, the crowns of kindness, the crown of kindness, the throne of kindness, the thrones of kindness, the throne of kindness, the kindness king, the kindness kings, the kindness kingdom, the kindness kingdoms, the kindness king subject, the kindness king subjects, the kindness king's dominion, the kindness king's dominions, the kingdom of kindness, the kingdoms of kindness, the kingdom of kindness, the kindness queen, the kindness queens, the kindness queendom, the kindness queendoms, the kindness queen subject, the kindness queen subjects, the kindness queen's dominion, the kindness queen's dominions, the queendom of kindness, the queendoms of kindness, the queendom of kindness, the kindness prince, the kindness princes, the kindness princedom, the kindness princedoms, the kindness prince's subject, the kindness prince's subjects, the kindness prince's dominion, the kindness prince's dominions, the princedom of kindness, the princedoms of kindness, the princedom of kindness, the kindness princess, the kindness princesses, the kindness princessdom, the kindness princessdoms, the kindness princess's subject, the kindness princess's subjects, the kindness princess's dominion, the kindness princess's dominions, the princessdom of kindness, the princessdoms of kindness, the princessdom of kindness, the lord of kindness, the lords of kindness, the lord of kindness, the lordess of kindness, the lordesses of kindness, the lordess of kindness, the priest of kindness, the priests of kindness, the priest of kindness, the priestess of kindness, the priestesses of kindness, the priestess of kindness, the ritual of kindness, the rituals of kindness, the ritual of kindness, the shrine of kindness, the shrines of kindness, the shrine of kindness, the temple of kindness, the temples of kindness, the temple of kindness, the leader of kindness, the leaders of kindness, the leader of kindness, the follower of kindness, the followers of kindness, the follower of kindness, the natural substance of kindness, the natural substances of kindness, the natural substance of kindness, the supernatural substance of kindness, the supernatural substances of kindness, the supernatural substance of kindness, the temporal substance of kindness, the temporal substances of kindness, the temporal substance of kindness, the spiritual substance of kindness, the spiritual substances of kindness, the spiritual substance of kindness, the natural form of kindness, the natural forms of kindness, the natural form of kindness, the supernatural form of kindness, the supernatural forms of kindness, the supernatural form of kindness, the temporal form of kindness, the temporal forms of kindness, the temporal form of kindness, the spiritual form of kindness, the spiritual forms of kindness, the spiritual form of kindness, the age of kindness, the ages of kindness, the age of kindness, the era of kindness, the heiress of kindness, the era of kindness, the awakener of kindness, the awakeners of kindness, the awakener of kindness, the awakening of kindness, the awakenings of kindness, the awakening of kindness, the realm of kindness, the realms of kindness, the realm of kindness, the dimension of kindness, the dimensions of kindness, the dimension of kindness, the zone of kindness, the zones of kindness, the zone of kindness, the frequency of kindness, the frequencies of kindness, the frequency of kindness, the century of kindness, the centuries of kindness, the century of kindness, the millennium of kindness, the millenniums of kindness, the millennium of kindness, the purpose of kindness, the purposes of kindness, the purpose of kindness, the meaning of kindness, the meanings of kindness, the meaning of kindness, the culture of kindness, the cultures of kindness, the culture of kindness, the demonstrator of kindness, the demonstrators of kindness, the demonstrator of kindness, the demonstration of kindness, the demonstrations of kindness, the demonstration of kindness, the manifester of kindness, the manifestors of kindness, the manifester of kindness, the manifestation of kindness, the manifestations of kindness, the manifestation of kindness, the presence of kindness, the presences of kindness, the presence of kindness, the glow of kindness, the glows of kindness, the glow of kindness, the goal of kindness, the goals of kindness, the goal of kindness, the plan of kindness, the plans of kindness, the plan of kindness, the book of kindness, the books of kindness, the book of kindness, the philosopher of kindness, the philosophers of kindness, the philosopher of kindness, the philosophy of kindness, the philosophies of kindness, the philosophy of kindness, the releaser of kindness, the releasers of kindness, the releaser of kindness, the release of kindness, the releases of kindness, the release of kindness, the variable of kindness, the variables of kindness, the variable of kindness, the cause of kindness, the causes of kindness, the cause of kindness, the effect of kindness, the effects of kindness, the effect of kindness, the journey of kindness, the journeys of kindness, the journey of kindness, the emergence of kindness, the emergences of kindness, the emergence of kindness, the source of kindness, the sources of kindness, the source of kindness, the originator of kindness, the originators of kindness, the originator of kindness, the origin of kindness, the origins of kindness, the origin of kindness, the forefather of kindness, the forefathers of kindness, the forefather of kindness, the foremother of kindness, the foremothers of kindness, the foremother of kindness, the ancestor of kindness, the ancestors of kindness, the ancestor of kindness, the descendant of kindness, the descendants of kindness, the descendant of kindness, the lineage of kindness, the lineages of kindness, the lineage of kindness, the heritage of kindness, the heritages of kindness, the heritage of kindness, the heir of kindness, the heirs of kindness, the heir of kindness, the co-heir of kindness, the co-heirs of kindness, the co-heir of kindness, the joint heir of kindness, the joint heirs of kindness, the joint heir of kindness, the dynasty of kindness, the dynasties of kindness, the dynasty of kindness, the force of kindness, the forces of kindness, the force of kindness, the law of kindness, the laws of kindness, the law of kindness, the pact of kindness, the pacts of kindness, the pact of kindness, the game of kindness, the games of kindness, the game of kindness, the mask of kindness, the masks of kindness, the mask of kindness, the armor of kindness, the armors of kindness, the armor of kindness, the sword of kindness, the swords of kindness, the sword of kindness, the shield of kindness, the shields of kindness, the shield of kindness, the force shield of kindness, the force shields of kindness, the force shield of kindness, the armored force shield of kindness, the armored force shields of kindness, the armored force shield of kindness, the champion of kindness, the champions of kindness, the champion of kindness, the guardian of kindness, the guardians of kindness, the guardian of kindness, the defender of kindness, the defenders of kindness, the defender of kindness, the protector of kindness, the protectors of kindness, the protector of kindness, the chant of kindness, the chants of kindness, the chant of kindness, the shape of kindness, the shapes of kindness, the shape of kindness, the cube of kindness, the cubes of kindness, the cube of kindness, the cuboid of kindness, the cuboids of kindness, the cuboid of kindness, the sphere of kindness, the spheres of kindness, the sphere of kindness, the spheroid of kindness, the spheroids of kindness, the spheroid of kindness, the prism of kindness, the prisms of kindness, the prism of kindness, the pyramid of kindness, the pyramids of kindness, the pyramid of kindness, the cylinder of kindness, the cylinders of kindness, the cylinder of kindness, the cone of kindness, the cones of kindness, the cone of kindness, the triangle of kindness, the triangles of kindness, the triangle of kindness, the circle of kindness, the circles of kindness, the circle of kindness, the semicircle of kindness, the semicircles of kindness, the semicircle of kindness, the square of kindness, the squares of kindness, the square of kindness, the rectangle of kindness, the rectangles of kindness, the rectangle of kindness, the parallelogram of kindness, the parallelograms of kindness, the parallelogram of kindness, the rhombus of kindness, the rhombuses of kindness, the rhombus of kindness, the trapezoid of kindness, the trapezoids of kindness, the trapezoid of kindness, the polygon of kindness, the polygons of kindness, the polygon of kindness, the pentagon of kindness, the pentagons of kindness, the pentagon of kindness, the hexagon of kindness, the hexagons of kindness, the hexagon of kindness, the septagon of kindness, the septagons of kindness, the septagon of kindness, the octagon of kindness, the octagons of kindness, the octagon of kindness, the nonagon of kindness, the nonagons of kindness, the nonagon of kindness, the decagon of kindness, the decagons of kindness, the decagon of kindness, the evolution of kindness, the evolutions of kindness, the evolution of kindness, the revolution of kindness, the revolutions of kindness, the revolution of kindness, the elemental art of kindness, the elemental arts of kindness, the elemental art of kindness, the elemental science of kindness, the elemental sciences of kindness, the elemental science of kindness, the elemental principle of kindness, the elemental principles of kindness, the elemental principle of kindness, the elemental technology of kindness, the elemental technologies of kindness, the elemental technology of kindness, the low elemental art of kindness, the low elemental arts of kindness, the low elemental art of kindness, the low elemental science of kindness, the low elemental sciences of kindness, the low elemental science of kindness, the low elemental principle of kindness, the low elemental principles of kindness, the low elemental principle of kindness, the low elemental technology of kindness, the low elemental technologies of kindness, the low elemental technology of kindness, the high elemental art of kindness, the high elemental arts of kindness, the high elemental art of kindness, the high elemental science of kindness, the high elemental sciences of kindness, the high elemental science of kindness, the high elemental principle of kindness, the high elemental principles of kindness, the high elemental principle of kindness, the high elemental technology of kindness, the high elemental technologies of kindness, the high elemental technology of kindness, the agent of kindness, the agents of kindness, the agent of kindness, the agency of kindness, the agencies of kindness, the agency of kindness, the amplifier of kindness, the amplifiers of kindness, the amplifier of kindness, the amplification of kindness, the amplifications of kindness, the amplification of kindness, the enhancer of kindness, the enhancers of kindness, the enhancer of kindness, the enhancement of kindness, the enhancements of kindness, the enhancement of kindness, the magnifier of kindness, the magnifiers of kindness, the magnifier of kindness, the magnification of kindness, the magnifications of kindness, the magnification of kindness, the influencer of kindness, the influencers of kindness, the influencer of kindness, the influence of kindness, the influences of kindness, the influence of kindness, the emanator of kindness, the emanators of kindness, the emanator of kindness, the emanation of kindness, the emanations of kindness, the emanation of kindness, the converger of kindness, the convergers of kindness, the converger of kindness, the convergence of kindness, the convergences of kindness, the convergence of kindness, the aura of kindness, the auras of kindness, the aura of kindness, the impression of kindness, the impressions of kindness, the impression of kindness, the intelligence of kindness, the intelligences of kindness, the intelligence of kindness, the sophistication of kindness, the sophistications of kindness, the sophistication of kindness, the genius of kindness, the geniuses of kindness, the genius of kindness, the polymath of kindness, the polymaths of kindness, the polymath of kindness, the psychic of kindness, the psychics of kindness, the psychic of kindness, the knowledge of kindness, the knowledges of kindness, the knowledge of kindness, the understanding of kindness, the understandings of kindness, the understanding of kindness, the wisdom of kindness, the wisdoms of kindness, the wisdom of kindness, the secret of kindness, the secrets of kindness, the secret of kindness, the mystery of kindness, the mysteries of kindness, the mystery of kindness, the revelation of kindness, the revelations of kindness, the revelation of kindness, the tactic of kindness, the tactics of kindness, the tactic of kindness, the strategy of kindness, the strategies of kindness, the strategy of kindness, the strength of kindness, the strengths of kindness, the strength of kindness, the might of kindness, the might of kindness, the might of kindness, the power of kindness, the powers of kindness, the power of kindness, the authority of kindness, the authorities of kindness, the authority of kindness, the dominion of kindness, the dominions of kindness, the dominion of kindness, the rhythm of kindness, the rhythms of kindness, the rhythm of kindness, the melody of kindness, the melodies of kindness, the melody of kindness, the music of kindness, the musics of kindness, the music of kindness, the lyric of kindness, the lyrics of kindness, the lyric of kindness, the song of kindness, the songs of kindness, the song of kindness, the dance of kindness, the dances of kindness, the dance of kindness, the spirit of kindness, the spirits of kindness, the spirit of kindness, the soul of kindness, the souls of kindness, the soul of kindness, the body of kindness, the bodies of kindness, the body of kindness, the mark of kindness, the marks of kindness, the mark of kindness, the promise of kindness, the promises of kindness, the promise of kindness, the visionary of kindness, the visionaries of kindness, the visionary of kindness, the vision of kindness, the visions of kindness, the vision of kindness, the picture of kindness, the pictures of kindness, the picture of kindness, the sound of kindness, the sounds of kindness, the sound of kindness, the tongue of kindness, the tongues of kindness, the tongue of kindness, the language of kindness, the languages of kindness, the language of kindness, the communication of kindness, the communications of kindness, the communication of kindness, the people of kindness, the peoples of kindness, the people of kindness, the society of kindness, the societies of kindness, the society of kindness, the fortress of kindness, the fortresses of kindness, the fortress of kindness, the government of kindness, the governments of kindness, the government of kindness, the city of kindness, the cities of kindness, the city of kindness, the nation of kindness, the nations of kindness, the nation of kindness, the civilization of kindness, the civilizations of kindness, the civilization of kindness, the world of kindness, the worlds of kindness, the world of kindness,